Hi everyone, Kimahli Powell here from Rainbow Railroad, and I'm sending you this message direct on the ground in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania to provide you an update on the situation facing LGBTQI people here on the ground and how we might be able to help. Since the fall of 2018, when Paul Makonda, a politician, called for the names of LGBTQI people to be released, the result was an international backlash which almost resulted in the pulling of international development assistance to Tanzania, a move that we cautioned might adversely affect LGBTQI people in the country. But more importantly, the result was the names being released and a culture of homophobia in many cities across the country. The underlying effect of those names was a culture of fear and state-sponsored violence initiated by police. And that's part of the reason why I'm here. We got word that in several communities, people were being rounded up by the police, victims of real violence, and then released to the communities, and then targets of more violence from the communities. Just recently, a number of people in a community just outside of Arusha, which is a major tourist hub, were targets of violence. They were rounded up by the police. They were put in a cell. They were targets of anal examinations. They were brought out to a public square, outed by the police, and subject to catcalling and threats from the community, and then brought up on trumped up charges and then released. The result of that was real targeted violence afterwards, which threatens their lives and has displaced them across the country. That means that we need to look at solutions on how to help these people escape and find pathways to safety elsewhere. And that's what we're doing here. Thanks to a remarkable on-the-ground activist, we are looking at potential pathways to safeties. We're immediately trying to find safe house support for these individuals, and thanks for your continued support, it's allowed us to look for different options for these individuals. And so we'll keep on trying to help these individuals find safety. We're seeing a spike of requests from the region that we're looking at very carefully, but in particular we're concerned with individuals who have been arrested, outed, and displaced just because of this crackdown that started last fall. Of course, we're doing that while looking at the more than thousands of requests now that we're receiving each year. Last year we had almost 1,400 requests, and this year, just since January 2019, we've had nearly 500 requests. So the need is great, and thanks to your help, we're going to continue to help individuals at risk. So for now, we will keep you posted with direct updates as we have them. I wanted to just say thank you for your support. I know you guys are concerned about the situation here. This trip was very useful to interview individuals who are facing just unspeakable violence and persecution. You know, they don't want to leave their country. They love their country, but they're also young, men and trans women who are just despondent and shell-shocked for what happened to them. Imagine waking up one day, going to work, and then leaving and entering a jail cell. Their lives are altered. They're afraid. And thanks to our remarkable partners on the ground, they at least have a lifeline right now, something that we were able to do immediately because of the continued support of our donors and supporters. We're going to do whatever we can to try to find help for these individuals. That's what we do. But most importantly, I'm just amazed by the human rights defenders that are the core of our work, who do this work voluntarily against all odds, but most importantly, the bravery of these individuals who are facing unspeakable acts of violence. They hang in there, they're resilient, and that's what keeps us doing this work. So, thank you so much for your support, and I hope to talk to you again soon.